Hello! This is Way of Weinstein, wherever you may be and however you may be watching, live in the financial district of New York City, Facebook Live, YouTube. Here to talk, figured I'd talk at the halftime of the Giants games. I know it's a busy football Sunday. My Giants are completely out of it, but here to talk about my top 10 movies of 2017. So, for me, most of my movies are superheroes and Star Wars, which is why I have it split up 5 and 5. Top 5 non-superheroes or Star Wars, and top 5 superheroes and Star Wars movies. Now, a lot of the movies that should be on a top 10 list are not going to be here because I really don't see the Oscar baiting movies that are going to be nominated for the Academy Awards. So these are the top 10 movies that I have seen and that I have enjoyed. Now, with no further ado, we're going to start with the top 5 non-superhero or Star Wars movies. Okay, number 5, Beauty and the Beast. Really like this movie. Like the original when I was a little kid. Really enjoyed Emma Watson's performance. Thought Dan Stevens as the Beast was great. Overall, just a great time, great music. That's why it's number 5. Okay. Number 4, I debated this up until a couple seconds ago. Gonna give it to Baby Driver. Was never really an Ansel Elgort fan up until this movie. I thought he was just someone who's westernly deemed as attractive, but he actually did a very great job in this movie. Jamie Foxx was great. John Hamm was great. Lily James was great. And yeah, just an overall great performance. Edgar Wright, he did a great job directing. Overall, really liked the story, and it was a really enjoyable movie. Okay, number 3. Now, this is a movie I did not see in theaters that recently saw on Amazon Prime. It is The Big Sick. So I'm a big fan of Kunal Nanjiani from Silicon Valley, which made my top 10 TV shows. So really enjoyed seeing with this. Really enjoyed Zoe Kazan, who was in this movie What If with Daniel Radcliffe. And of course, Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond. That's one of my top 10 shows of all time. So he was great in this. Holly Hunter was great. Overall, great story. And it's actually a true story of how Kunal met his wife. So the fact that it's true, and sometimes true stories don't make the best movies, it was fantastic. Hope it gets all the award buzz it should get. Okay, number 2. So number 2 was a movie that's still in theaters. I highly recommend you see it. The Disaster Artist. It was absolutely hysterical. I'm from New Orleans. How I couldn't believe it was real. So I watched the 20-minute clips of the original Wizzo from the Room, and I can't believe where's this guy from? How is he getting all this money? And the fact that I saw him in that, and how James Franco and his brother Dave Franco completely capture. I mean, James Franco, I'm a big fan of, good member of the tribe. I don't think he's ever been better. He was fantastic in that movie and hysterical. And stay for the credits because they do side by side of The Room and James Franco with certain scenes, so you can see how identical James Franco is. And you don't have to see The Room. I didn't see The Room. I just saw the 20-minute clip of all of just Wizzo's scenes. So hysterical. Okay, so the number 1 non-superhero or Star Wars movie for me for 2017, Blade Runner 2049. Wow. I mean, I never saw the original Blade Runner up until the day I saw Blade Runner 2049. So luckily I wasn't spoiled. I had no idea what it was about. Replicants, who's real, what's real. And Ryan Gosling, I mean, what can you say about him? He's just a fantastic actor. I mean, La La Land, Drive, even Crazy Stupid Love, which was a nice movie. He's just fantastic in this movie. Harrison Ford was great, and picking up where it left off, and just the whole thing of where you're thinking, is he the replicant Messiah? I mean, is he? What's going on? It keeps you on your feet for the whole movie. That's now on digital download. I'd highly recommend watching it. That is my number 1 non-superhero Star Wars movie of the year. Okay, now to my wheelhouse. Superhero movies and Star Wars. Okay, so some of these movies I recently rewatched. Some of them I haven't. But okay, so number 5 is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Okay, so I love Star Wars. It was fantastic. I did like The Force Awakens better than The Last Jedi, but it still makes the list. There were certain scenes with Rey, Kylo Ren, Luke that were just wow moments that were amazing. Yeah, see it's great. I mean, the whole controversy, I don't get it. The whole reason I think like it has low ratings from the audience is because there are certain things that people had set that they wanted to see, which that has nothing to do with the movie. If you really want to see something and that doesn't happen, trust Rian Johnson. I mean, come on. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is Logan. So when I first saw it in the theaters, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But then I recently rewatched it because it's a little bit slower and more non-flashy and upbeat as some superhero movies that are going to be lower down on this list. But Hugh Jackman, he gave such a fantastic performance. He's been playing Wolverine for 17 years. That's crazy. I mean, him playing Wolverine is almost eligible to vote. I mean, overall great story. Patrick Stewart, the girl who plays X-23, just fantastic. Okay. Number 3, Spider-Man: Homecoming. So, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Growing up, Spider-Man was my favorite superhero. Now it's Iron Man. So just Spider-Man and Iron Man together. And Michael Keaton is one of the best MCU villains of all time. I mean, he's just a fantastic actor. And with these types of movies, get talent. Get it. Whether it's Oscar Isaac in a Star Wars, whether it's Logan and Hugh Jackman, or it's Michael Keaton. He was fantastic. Tom Holland. And you really capture the essence of the high school Peter Parker, not like Andrew Garfield, who's like 35 and pretending he's in high school. Tom Holland's legitimately 18. So, and everyone it looked like they were in high school, how they completely captured Queens. That was great. The overall story, the performances, obviously seeing my guy Iron Man, who's my favorite superhero, loved it. Okay, so the number 2 is Wonder Woman. Wow. I mean, Gal Gadot, I mean, what can you say about her? She's fantastic. She was made to play this role. From the Israeli army to Wonder Woman, the whole story in general of trying to find Ares, leaving the island. Man, Chris Pine was amazing. All the women on the mascara were amazing. Could they have done better with Ares? Yeah, they could have. But overall, Gal Gadot was amazing. The story, and it's by far the best DC movie that's come out. I mean, that's not even open for debate. Okay, so the number 1 superhero or Star Wars movie for me for 2017, Thor Ragnarok. I had so much fun with that movie. Chris Hemsworth really came into his own. I mean, he just does the perfect job of being superhero badass and absolutely hysterical. Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, that was amazing. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, and Cate Blanchett, outside of Loki, is the best Marvel superhero villain. That was amazing. I mean, when you look at this year of Cate Blanchett and Michael Keaton as the villains, I mean, again, get the best actors and actresses and write something good for them. That's a winning combination. There was real stakes. Thor was amazing. So, such a great movie. So again, to recap, so for the non-superhero top 5. So number 5, Beauty and the Beast. Number 4, Baby Driver. Number 3, The Big Sick. Number 2, Disaster Artist. And number 1, Blade Runner 2049. For the superhero and Star Wars category, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Logan, And number 3 was Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 2, Wonder Woman. And number 1, Thor Ragnarok. And I'm sure your list is going to be a lot different because it's probably going to have a lot more artsy Academy Awards movie. But then again, film is subjective. Write your favorite movies down below in the comments. If you like this movie, like it, share it, and comment below. And I'm not sure if you've noticed, but for the past couple of videos, I've been wearing this Team Portnoy jumpsuit, which completely out there dream. I probably have a better shot at becoming an astronaut who cures cancer. But hey, a dream of mine would be to get this on Barstool. But you never know. If I keep supporting Team Portnoy, maybe someone will see this. And maybe in 1,000 years from now, if I live that long, it'll get on Barstool. But yeah, that's it. That's a dream of mine. I know it's got like a 0.1% chance of happening, probably even lower than that. So again, if you like this video, like it, share it, comment. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Way of Weinstein. Have a happy and safe New Year.